Now I go, oh! Oh!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best times that celebrities made fun of their fame, personality, ego, and/or work on a talk show.
Jimmy has bumped me from his show 1,205 times.
Number 10. Christopher Nolan spoofs Oppenheimer. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. During his interview with Christopher Nolan, Stephen Colbert couldn't resist parodying the director's acclaimed film Oppenheimer.
I just wanted to create an episode of The Late Show, but instead I started a chain reaction that could destroy the entire world. Do you remember my interview with Christopher Nolan?
The host notably tries out his best Cillian Murphy impression, while his guest sprays him with water. Nolan is game to let Colbert poke fun at his movie, while also venturing into slapstick territory.
Do you remember my interview with Christopher Nolan?
I remember it well.
Oh, hey, Albert Einstein. I'm glad you watched. A big fan of yours, too. Anyway,
The comedian even ends up chasing the director around in a Benny Hill-style segment. It's delightful, silly, and surprising all at once. Ultimately, this shows that even a serious artist can make fun of his own work. We're hoping this isn't the last time we see Nolan do comedy. Number 9. Michael Kane talks getting angry on film sets. The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. It's always nice to see co-stars look out for each other. Michael Caine appears on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, addressing Christian Bale's rant controversy.
I wasn't surprised at that at all, because I used to have a very bad temper. I don't now,
right,
but I used to. And I mean, what Christian did was quite pale to what I would do sometimes.
Caine defends his fellow actor, and then turns the criticism on himself. Speaking about his younger days, he discusses how much worse the tape might have been if it were him on it.
Yeah, he did about 10 minutes. I once did 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, but there was no one recording it. Well, I think they started and ran out of tape.
It's funny to imagine him really blowing up on set, but it's heartwarming to hear him speak highly of Bale too. He chooses to make the moment more positive, while getting a few laughs in the process. It also proves that his role as Alfred might not be too far from reality, providing help and humor when it's needed most.
Christian is a lovely boy.
He is nice, Christian.
Yeah,
I've never met him, but I've decided he's nice.
I know him very well. Take my word for it.
Yeah, no,
I'm his butler. I look after. I brought the boy up.
Number 8. Ariana Grande and James Corden go to Starbucks. The Late Late Show with James Corden. She might be a huge pop star, but Ariana Grande can also make fun of herself. This carpool karaoke segment takes a detour when she and James Corden stop at Starbucks. With the host carrying her, Grande pretends that she must be pampered at all times.
Hello, I'm Ariana Grande. I must be carried.
She embraces the silliness of it all by announcing her demands. More specifically, she declares her apparent need to be carried everywhere, prompting some hilarious ad-libs.
Can I please have a soy latte?
What size would you like?
Oh, I'm gonna get a grande. Gets them every time.
It all plays out like a comedy skit where the singer pretends to have a massive ego. Her performance skills are perfect, as she's unafraid to act out in a store full of people.
Did you know I demand to be carried everywhere?
These are all
That is the kind of pop star I am. I just want y'all to know.
Okay, hang on. You got it?
If you see me anywhere, it's because I didn't walk there myself, I promise.
Number 7. Arnold Schwarzenegger plays through his career. The Late Late Show with James Corden. With a catalog full of action movies and comedies, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a lot of projects to parody. He's more than willing to join the Late Late Show host James Corden to do just that.
Are we doing Expendables number 1, 2, or 3?
But what's the difference?
I don't know. I never saw any of them.
This trip down memory lane includes the actor suiting up as many of his classic characters.
I'll be back.
It's fun to watch Schwarzenegger quote his films, play dress-up, and not take himself too seriously. The segment includes several highlights, from some fun swipes at the Terminator franchise to plenty of laughter during a True Lies scene.
Dance for me. No, no, no. Slower and more sexy.
icon might be remembered for his stoic characters, but this really lets him break down the walls of his tough guy persona.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Number 6. Steve Martin and Martin Short roast each other. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Even in their late careers, Steve Martin and Martin Short show no signs of slowing down. This interview also reveals their ability to go after each other. Hijacking the appearance for a full-on roast, neither is afraid to tear themselves down.
Jimmy was saying that he met you for the first time in October. Do you remember meeting him?
Yes, I do have a good time.
Jimmy Kimmel also joins in on the fun as the guests critique their age, careers, and comedy styles. Both legends seem to be enjoying the endless criticism.
It's the loudest, worst place you could ever be.
Jimmy's 2 feet from me.
I didn't know.
And I say, Jimmy, he knows. He knows you're in the car. It's so funny.
From joking about parties to colonoscopies, the pair are an open book that embrace the fact that they're sometimes out of touch. Needless to say, Martin and Short are a highly entertaining duo that stop at nothing to ridicule themselves and each other, taking it all in stride.
Because he said, and I'm just paraphrasing, he says, tragedy is when you sit on your chair and you lean back and the back breaks and you fall and you hurt yourself. And comedy is when it happens to your friend.
Number 5. Jon Stewart jokes about his showbiz past. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Jon Stewart takes a deep dive into the past during this segment from The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Your first show, the Jon Stewart Show on MTV.
Yeah. That was the first show.
The first one was on MTV?
No, that was the first one. I didn't get fired.
Playing clips from one of Stewart's older programs, Fallon pokes fun at the guest's past experience in entertainment. Not only did the latter work with many Tonight Show employees, he references highlights from his collaborations with Steve Higgins.
He sang a song, it was Blame the Fat Man. Oh my God. I think a few weeks later he ate an entire reproduction of The City of Manhattan made out of cheese.
He later jokes about how much he's aged since the 1990s. Not only are the older clips funny, they also inspire Stewart to make several observations at his own expense. This nostalgic appearance ends up being a humble experience.
Giving us everyone that you've ever worked with.
The sad thing is just how badly Josh and I have fared age-wise. Like, everybody else looks sort of the same, and then you look at Josh and I like, oh, those got some rough living.
Number 4. Conan OBrien returns to The Tonight Show. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. As a brief host of The Tonight Show, Conan OBrien might have one of the complicated relationships with the show.
You know, I know you meant well, but I had The Tonight Show for 10 minutes and you just ate into my time. We'll give you time. This is all the time I have. Yeah.
This doesn't stop him from coming out and delivering a show-stopping performance, though. Practically taking over Jimmy Fallon's interview, he jokes about his height and self-consciousness. OBrien isn't afraid to get fake angry or have a laugh at his own expense either.
Who's in my old studio? And they said Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. And I love Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. Who doesn't love Kelly Clarkson? But still, I felt like, it's not right! It should be a museum! Blasphemy! It should be a museum! They should have burned it to the ground!
He also delivers hilarious stories, including one about the time he embarrassed himself while getting a selfie. It's a comedic tour de force that lets him run wild. He reminds everyone why he's a true professional, finding ways to steal the spotlight and be self-effacing at the same time.
And I said, come on, selfie, let's go! Let's go, you knucklehead. And I get him like in a headlock. Yeah. And he does a selfie, and just as he's taking it, I look, my guy's over there.
Number 3. Jim Carrey makes fun of his fame. Late Show with David Letterman. He's not a stranger to wild performances, and Jim Carrey is no different during this Late Show with David Letterman segment. He's riding a wave of success that leads to some funny bits about his newfound celebrity.
And the power to greenlight a movie project. I can even throw a tantrum and lock myself in the trailer while the whole crew waits.
We get jokes about motivational tapes and tabloids, the latter of which inspires some fake Hollywood rumors. He leans into the absurdity of fame at every turn, talking about how stuck up he's become due to all the money and attention.
You know, check this. Jim Carrey is reported to be making $7 million a picture. I don't know where they got that number. I wouldn't even rehearse for less than 9.
Indeed, Carrey gives an entertaining example of how his wealth changed his laugh. Letterman helps to set up the actor's rants, taking in a comic master that knows when to turn the jokes on himself.
Like, it's changed the way I laugh at parties.
Oh, really?
You know, I used to go, that's really funny. You know, now I go, oh! Oh, beautiful!
Number 2, Jimmy Kimmel versus Matt Damon. Jimmy Kimmel Live. This long-standing grudge match dates back to the earlier years of Jimmy Kimmel Live. You see, the host created a running joke where he'd always run out of time before Matt Damon could show up.
Sincere apologies to Matt Damon. We ran out of time for him tonight. We'll get him on the air again soon. Apologies to Matt Damon. We ran out of time. Matt Damon, apologies. We ran out of time. Matt Damon, apologies. We ran out of time.
As time went on, Kimmel included Damon in several skits, lampooning their vicious feud. This stellar and enduring bit has included music videos, botched interviews, and even a hostile takeover, courtesy of the Jason Bourne star.
Let me ask you guys this. As an audience, is it weird to see a person with actual talent host this show? I'm very excited to be here.
Through it all, the two performers have never broken character, effectively mocking themselves and each other by not taking things too seriously. We're all the better for it, and never tire of the hilarious and entertaining hijinks.
Matt Damon.
She's Matt Damon.
I'm not imagining it's you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. John Mulaney and Nick Kroll have changed. Conan. Well, not everyone knows them as the duo they are. John Mulaney and Nick Kroll are effortlessly hilarious here. They show up on Conan OBrien's program wearing hipster clothes and speaking in obnoxious voices.
We know that, everyone. Yeah, I remember you. I don't remember you specifically, but I think you loved it, and everyone was saying how great it was, and to us it was like, you know, that's just a day. We haven't changed.
Yeah, man, we're just the same guys we've always been.
Okay.
You know?
Their demeanor is accompanied by hilarious content as they discuss whether fame has changed them and act philosophical. The pair have great chemistry, and seeing them commit to the parody is iconic.
We've always dressed with the sort of steampunk meets pirate thing that never existed in real time, but
Steampunk meets pirate,
meets
that's your
pirate,
style.
yeah.
Okay,
Meets
all right.
like a pirate.
They also take aim at celebrities that might have let fame go to their heads. O'Brien, of course, plays along and goes after them for their aggressive performances. Becoming egomaniacs, Mulaney and Kroll perfectly satirize their own personalities and show business in general.
When you break through fear, right?
Yeah.
We all know this.
Yep.
You realize that we're not even here.
Right.
So we don't exist.
Yeah, are
So
we
have a
here
great
at all,
day.
Conan? Are you even there?
No, I'm here. I'm here right
Yeah.
now.
Did we forget another time a celeb went after themselves on a talk show? Let us know in the comments below.
Can you flick the hair? Give me a hair flick. Give me a hair flick. Arms up. Rock, rock, rock. And then hands back. You're in the bar.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.